Can you believe this? This is that little seedling I planted on January 27th. I'm usually in the business of killing plants, not nurturing them. I'm amazed it actually worked out. Let's go plant these things. Han pasado 10 semanas desde que sembramos los chiles. I get all excited when I start talking about the green chilies. That means it's been 10 weeks since we planted the chilies, and they are kicking ass. So let's get you caught up. If you recall, I started these things from seedlings, started them over here with the mat, with the biodome, and then left them there for several weeks till we started getting sprouts, which then became step one in managing these plants. So the first thing you have to do as a farmer, yeah, I consider myself a bit of a farmer now, is you have to murder plants. I know, if you recall, I put 2 seeds in each little bin, and in most of those, both seeds sprouted. So you gotta make a Sophie's choice on which one's gonna live and which one you're gonna snip. Look at that. 8 days in, and all my friends have arrived to party. And I did that. It's pretty easy. Whichever one was taller generally survived.
No! Please stop! Don't kill me!
I can still hear their screams when I sleep at night sometimes, but such is the life of a farmer. Exciting news. We have started the transplant process. These are exactly a month old. January 27th, the seed was planted. February 28th, here we are in the bigger pots. I got the first set of true leaves. I'm starting a second set of true leaves. Things are looking good. We started out with 12 viable plants that I put into secondary pots, and then I promptly killed one by dropping it while I was watering it. So we currently have sitting outside 11 viable plants in their own pot. Last year, I made the mistake of planting the chilies about 8 inches apart, and it didn't turn out well. This year, each one got its own individual pot with about 18 inches of depth, which is around exactly what these chilies need. So I'm feeling good about the spacing and having their own pot. I think these ones are gonna do well. So after several weeks of that, just sitting in front of the window, as they start to get ready to plant, you have to harden them, and that's an interesting process. You are worthless. I don't know why I ever planted you. You'll never make it. You'll never amount to anything. No, it's not exactly like that, but it's similar. You have to put them outside and torture them in the sun and the wind, where they get blown silly and they wilt up from the sun, and you have to bring them back in and nurture them back to health. But that ultimately is what leads to their success long term. And lesson learned, even if I were to buy more plants from Lowe's, I would do the hardening process first, because I generally bring them home, plant them, and they shrivel up almost to the point of dying every time. I would definitely do the hardening process. Once the hardening process was complete, it was time to plant them in their own bins. And that's just a matter of getting potting soil from Lowe's, their own potting bin, and just putting them in individual bins. How many times have I said that? 72? Or was it only 68? So there you have it. You're up to speed. I figure by the end of June, maybe into July, we should actually have real chilies to pick. I can already see the pods forming. There's several stems you can see on the plants. Super excited to make this happen and roast some chilies and make the first batch of Hatch green chili. Stay tuned. Cheers. Here we are, right on schedule. 7 days in, we got a little beanstalk. You can't convince me that talking to him doesn't make him grow. I shall call you Charlie, and you... Not exactly 9 inches, is it? Let's see how long that is.